Hey there everyone, I'm Tyler Pyburn of the Pulse Network of thepulsenetwork.com. Here having a conversation leading up to the 2012 NAB show. Now we're talking with Marc Hamaker of Autodesk. And Marc, let's talk about some of the drastic changes in technology, some of the different shifts in technology. What are some of the most drastic changes in technology that you've really seen?
Well, I think the changes to technology as far as what Autodesk does in this space, which is, we're really in the content finishing, visual effects, editorial finishing side of things. And I think where we've seen the biggest changes is really on either side of what we do, because people have access to amazing technology. They can create all this content. They can acquire content, very high quality content. They need to deliver it to a variety of devices. And the devices now have screens that are better than HD video and traditional broadcast. So what we've seen in the middle is just a real need for people who are using our software to sort of be able to manage what passes through their world. And I think to a certain extent it leads to some changes in roles, and for us it leads to some changes in the way we design and develop our products.
Now, one of the things that you said that's interesting right there that, I take it almost a step further, if you will. Talk about standing out, because you mentioned so many people are creating content. It's got to be tough for a lot of those companies to try to stand out. There's got to be a need for that.
Well, sure. I think we like this idea of talking about visual storytelling. And I think it goes beyond that sort of task-based role that people used to have. You used to just be an editor, or you were a 3D artist, or you were a visual effects person. And now today, you can't be a specialist anymore. You have to be everything. And I don't like the term generalist. I think generalist sounds negative. I really think people are involved in all parts of the storytelling process. And I think I think it's a big change. I think from a creative point of view, it's incredibly freeing for people to be able to run out with their DSLR and shoot the sky and have a beautiful HD shot of sky that they could use in a composite. But I think the challenge is, how do you manage all of that through your process? So if you look at what we're doing with our products, whether it's our smoke product or our flame premium product on the finishing side, what we're really trying to do is give people sort of consolidated and encapsulated solutions that can handle, all of that finishing need in the middle, from managing all that content to delivering it in a format that you can then, push out through the various pipelines you have to deliver to.
You said the role of the specialist seems to be almost on the decline. Do you think we'll get to a point where they're almost obsolete, where it's no longer that position, if you will?
Yeah, and I don't want to put down the specialist. I think there are people who are incredibly talented at certain parts of the pipeline, but I think as you look throughout sort of what people do, like we all got into this because we're creative people, right? Like we're artists, we love doing this stuff, but I think the opportunities for people are around a little bit more on the full service side. So while there'll always be specialists, people that are amazing storytellers and editors and effects artists, I really think that the biggest opportunity for people, and it's something that didn't exist a few years ago, is to be able to come in and really own an entire story and be that sort of visual storyteller that thinks about everything from how something's shot, how the shots are cut together, how visual effects help change and tell that story, and then really how you're delivering that final piece.
Excellent stuff from Marc Hamaker. For Marc, I am Tyler Pyburn of the Pulse Network. I want to thank you guys so much for being part of our conversation about the great content shift.